Chakras and Nadis. Chakras are wheels or moving cycles, energetic vortices located throughout the body. They have different functions, capacities, and size. Among them, we can highlight 7 main chakras plus 2 hidden ones from the most people, which are the Air Chakra and the Star Chakra. Following these are 21 major chakras, which in turn are connected to 96 minor chakras. Each of these connect to even smaller dimensions, totaling 960 chakras in all. These chakras are energy points, known since ancient times, approximately 10,000 years before Christ. They are centers or vortices through which our energy circulated, connecting us with the 7 energetic bodies, especially the auric body, and with everything around us, the prana, the lattice, the energy of all those things, because everything is energy. Connect with us through this chakra. Without them, we would be completely disconnected from this world. These energetic vortices are of primary importance, as beside the energy flow, they contain information both internal and external. Each is associated with the glands that control the endocrine system, responsible for the regulated organs, vital functions, and the release of hormone from the proper functioning of the body. Imagine a body in upright position. I will describe the chakra from the top to the bottom, giving the idea of their location. Up to all, the Star Chakra. Sahasrara, the Crown Chakra alignment. Ajna, the third eye, intuition. Vishuddha, throat chakra, the expression. Anahata, air chakra, the love. Manipura, the solar plexus chakra, willpower. Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, the creativity. Muladhara, the root chakra, sexuality. And right here, down the Muladhara, earth chakra. The earth and the star chakra are located approximately 20 and 13 centimeters outside the body, either below or above it. Now that we understand what the chakras are, we must also understand how they are interconnected, which happen through the nadis. These are like highways through which the energy from the chakra circulates. Just as can physically observe a map of blood circulation, there is a complete network of conduits entirely at the energetic level connecting the 960 chakras of the body. The nadis register everything that occurs internally in the body. More than 72,000 are identified. Although there are thousands, 3 are the fundamental importance. Either the feminine energy originating from the left of the base of the root chakra, Muladhara, of moving a serpentine motion up the crown of the chakra crown, Sahasrara. Pingala represent the masculine energy on the body, starting from the right side of the root chakra and ascending serpentine motion to the crown chakra. Shushuma starts at the root chakra and reaches the crown. It also connects the air chakra and the star chakra when the above of 2 energy are perfect balance. It's run along the entire spine, all the spine. Now that you have the idea of this energy and their locations, let's explore them fully. So can you understand the truth of energetic function of the body and the elements that constantly control a very important functions, whether voluntary or involuntary? Ida governs the parasympathetic system, the involuntary part, everything relating to breathing until we consciously take control, heart breaks, digestive organs, and the another important functions related to mental aspect. Ida controls the right hemisphere, where concentration, intelligence, focus, calm, and peace reside. When this energy is under control, is optimal for meditation, study, creation of new ideas and projects. It represents the analytical aspect. Pingala control and regulated the sympathetic system, the voluntary part, control of the physical body, muscles, action and movement. Altru, its energetic style from the right side is governed the left hemisphere, the side where consciously used to during the day. Its optimal use is during the high intensity sports and coordinated muscular activity. It is the system preparing us for interaction with the external world. None of this work at the same time. In the breathing process, one nadi begins, is open, end, and closes, and another begins, open, and closes. So, opening and continuing the process, it seems that the breath simultaneously throughout the bowel nodules. However, biologically, this is not the case. Sushumna regulates the central nervous system. It is the main channel through with the spiritual energy circulated, passing and connecting the 7 mind chakras. It drives all accumulated energy concentrated on the mind nadis, carrying from the air chakra, the mother, to the third chakra, the father. Thus, uniting the earthly with the divine. In this energy are used correctly, they can do lead to enlightenment or nirvana according to Hindus or Buddhists. This is a perfectly represented on the caduceus staff. Remember, the two snakes ascend at the staff, Ida and Pingala. The staff is the spinal column, Sushumna. At the top are 2 wings, represent the left and the right hemispheres, and the very top is a small sphere. What does it signify? When the hemispheres are balanced, alignment is achieved, and who carries this energy? Sushumna. When both hemispheres are coordinated, we experience moments of great lucidity, where our mind or body feel completely optimal and senses are fully sharpened. Now, importance of Nadi and Chakras exemplified. They allow to connect and transmission of information from the external world. Living completely disconnected is impossible. However, it's necessary to become conscious of the world and its energy, deciding what information to accept and what to reject. We must learn to regulate this perception, opening or closing it at will. Why? If an event occurs outside us, or we wish to connect with something, a person, a material object, or to create or attract something. These mechanisms allow us to connect our energy with theirs. If we vibrate sufficiently with desire, by the law of vibration, it will connect and be attracted to us. In metaphysics, this is called the wave collapse. What is a wave collapse? Within the field of all existing and potential possibilities in prana, the lattice, the energy connecting everything. If we set an object and persistently vibrate toward it using a proper techniques, law of attraction, vibration, assumption, Tesla method, etc., the universe has no choice but adjust our reality and environment so that as a deeper desire manifest. This is a positive aspect. However, there are times we must protect ourselves and close this channel or vortices using the energetic protection. Remember, I left on the channel a video explaining this method of protection. Sometimes we encounter unpleasant situations or people whose the energy are not beneficial. True, these protective methods such as the blue circle, the violet flame of transmutation, or repeating high vibration mantras, we blocked the entry of this energy, repelling them temporarily. This prevents disputes, anger, or negative news from affecting us energetically and emotionally. Now, I will describe the consequences of imbalance in each of the chakra vortices, always considering the two extremes, completely blocked on one side and completely open on the other side. Starting to Muladhara, the root chakra, the sexuality. If a person has the extreme of blockage, they cannot connect with anything. They cannot find their place in the world. They are like plants without roots, which falls at the fierce wind of difficulty. They do not feel part of anything or anyone. If they are at the another extreme, they are completely earthly, a material person, which does not allow themselves to experience anything spiritual or mystical. They are perceived as a rigid person, with no interest in knowing or living new experiences. They do not allow themselves to dream. Regarding to sexuality, if their levels are low, they are inactive and feel no interest. If their levels are high, they are in a compulsive state regarding to everything related to sex. Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, the creativity. If it is inactive, the person has not the creativity on their life, neither to solve problems nor in artistic areas. They are not attracted to music, painting, or writing, rejects these ideas, and much less wish to develop them. On the other hand, a person with their creative vortex fully active can become a completely bohemian person, spending all their time painting canvases, walls, and murals, or playing instruments constantly. They may also be someone who reads impulsively on social media to release energy, write poems, and constantly express themselves artistically through this kind of channels. Manipura, the solar plexus, the willpower. At its lowest extreme, the person has no will to do absolutely anything. They are completely lazy, inactive, procrastinating all the time, and generally do not understand they cannot start or maintain anything over the time. Usually, whatever they start remains incomplete. If someone has overcharged the solar plexus, they are the type we cannot steal for a second, practicing sport, running, or cycling throughout the day, constantly seeking activities to add to their day and end up overwhelmed. It's the typical people who take one more responsibility than they can handle. Anahata, the heart chakra, love. A person with completely blocked heart chakra is called does not spread feelings, not only toward the others, but at the point to not show with them to themselves. Generally, does not want to emotionally connect with anyone, and does not have the good self-concept. The phrase of I don't deserve, I'm not enough, something is wrong with me, etc. At the another extreme, we find the person we love everything and everyone. We also cannot be alone. If a relationship ends, they quickly look from the next partner to show all they are capable to give to others. Excessively positive people in a relation to the environment, some even naive. Vishuddha, throat chakra, expression. Here we have the person who is quiet all the time, introverted, rarely expressing what they feel or think. When given the chance to speak, they generally miss the opportunity or communicate with difficulty, keeping everything inside. This is very common. On the another side, we find a person who constantly express opinion about everything and everyone, including that matters they cannot involve in. Such the people tend to be unreliable as they speak and comment on everything they hear to others. Ajna, the third eye chakra, intuition. If blocked, it prevents them from seeing beyond, taking everything in the here and now, living practically day by day, completely disconnected from their surroundings or unaware of what happened around them. Sometimes message of situation occurs in their environment, do not perceive of all. Their intuition is off mode. On the other hand, a fully open third eye can be somewhat dangerous, very dangerous, as this person intuitively senses another intentions, who approach with distance themselves, generally fears from the future, always imagines a catastrophic future, and if they make plans, they do so without solid foundation from these plans. They have the ability to see beyond, but in an uncontrolled way, it's always living on the future. Sahasrara, the crown chakra, enlargement. When negatively blocked, a person has totally limiting belief, does not believe on the higher, does not allow themselves to expand. Conversely, under close, do not allow themselves to open physically or mentally to this matter. Seeing the sky or stars are only astronomically. Nothing else exists. At the another extreme, someone may be completely in the air, living in a dream world, practically ignoring the material world. Everything is mystical. Everything important is up there in the skies, on the cosmos, is essential. These people feeling an almost inexplicable attraction to these matters. So, what's happened with the earth and star chakras? These other two chakras, usually not mentioned, have the important function to grounding us, to connecting us with the earth, with we are how we live each day, straightening our foundation to be able to project everything we desire upwards, to enter the divine. The earth chakra allow us to plant this seed, this project, this dream and desires, which we then deliver to the stars, to the universe, to be here and materialize it. Therefore, being true into the stars without connecting with the earth is useless, as whatever comes without solid support will lost on the last. Likewise, being completely connected to earthly but ignoring the star chakra will prevent our desire from finding an outlet and lives unheard. The universe does not send us anything from above that we are not capable of sustaining on the earth. Likewise, our best intention without a suitable vehicle and destination will not be for any use. For example, people who inherit or win large sums of money without having worked for them or be prepared to manage this amount of energy, yes, because the money is a kind of energy, usually end up losing everything or even worse off than cat initially. We're like a tree with a large canopy but small roots. False. With all that have been said, I want to be very clear. Chakras should not be taken to any extreme. This is not about having our energy always on the maximum, or not the opposite, with the energy too low. It's about having our energy and chakras unblocked, balanced, and clean. When this occurs, our system functions perfectly, both physically and energetically, and consequently, the mentally. Remember, the chakra affects our 7 bodies: physical, energetic, astral or mental, etheric, auric, chrysid, and almic. Therefore, let us be aware of them, understand their importance, care of them, and regulate them daily to achieve our best version and highest evolution. Remember, Jesus says, "No one can come to the Father except through me." He is the Christic energy that starts from the mother, the heart chakra, rises to Sushumna spine, and reaches the star chakra, the Father.